morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to another video. So in this video we'll be taking a different approach, as again we'll be trying to explore some of these communities that are located in the inner parts or in the inner sections of these main highways that we have already reviewed. But I'll switch the camera around so you guys will know exactly where we are. So I am presently at Regent, and that is the Regent Park right there, as you guys are seeing it. But I'll just try to pan the camera around and of course go all the way up to those hilly areas and try to show you right up to that particular side. And of course right there is Mount Sugarloaf, which is one of the popular very high mountains that is located in Sierra Leone. But let me just pan the camera around so you guys will see exactly where we are. So this is the route that we are going to take, and ultimately we'll try to go as much or as further as possible, as this particular way leads directly to the Furabe College. But we'll see how far we'll be able to go with today's vlog, and hopefully try as much as we can in pushing this video so you guys will see exactly how it is at this particular side of the country. And again, that is the Regent Peninsula Highway as we continue the vlog. So we are off, and again, as always, thank you guys for coming along with me as we continue with the video. And thank you guys again, and thanks for the 1,000 subscribers, and of course for supporting the channel throughout. So just like I initially told you guys, this will be a very lengthy video, and if possible I will try and divide it into two parts, as this is just the very first part as we are exploring this particular way. And for those of you guys that may not know, this is Gloucester Road, and we have left. I just showed you guys the Regent community, and this particular side is the Gloucester community. And I think there are about 3 communities that are located at this particular main route that we are going to take, and they are, I think, the Gloucester community, the Leicester community, and there is also another community that, if possible, we'll be able to explore, that is also located at this particular main highway called Tea Planting. But since we are not there yet, as we are at the Gloucester side of this particular main road, I'll just stand here and then just try and take you guys back and show you guys exactly where we came from. So there is exactly where we came from. That is the junction of Gloucester Road, and of course that other main highway is the Regent Highway. But I'll just zoom in right up there so you guys will see the beauty and the greenery that is located at this particular side or this particular area, right up to those hilly areas near Mount Sugarloaf right there, as we continue with the video. So I definitely know that, just like I tried to tell you guys the last time, that we've already set the groundwork for the exploration of some of these communities, as you guys will definitely recognize some of these main highways where we usually start these vlogs in order to explore some of these communities that are located at the inner part or the inner sections of these certain highways. Because as always, it is very difficult for an individual to come, or an individual to be able to see all these different houses and these different communities that are located at these inner parts or these inner sections of this particular main highways. But again, this is the video that will try to explore and show you guys as much as we can, as we are presently at the Gloucester community. But again, I'll stand here just trying to take you guys back so you guys will know exactly where we are. So this is exactly where we are as we continue still at the Gloucester community, and there is exactly where we came from. This is exactly where we are, but just panning the camera around so you guys will get the idea or the view from this particular side as we continue with the video. And of course, these are the down sides or sections of this particular location where we are right now. So we continue, and in describing some of these communities that we'll be exploring if possible, and these are the Gloucester, the Leicester, and of course the tea planting communities. And we'll definitely, if possible, try to end the vlog at the Farabe College, as I definitely know that this particular way, if we follow it all throughout, it will definitely lead us to the University of Sierra Leone at Farabe College. But in giving an overall look or in describing the Gloucester community, as you guys will definitely tell that it is a very, very quiet and a residential area, just like other parts or other areas of the country, as you guys can see from this particular video. But as always, maybe as we go along, because I definitely know that you guys must have noticed that the roads are not paved, and you definitely tell that most of the inhabitants here, except for those that don't have private vehicles, they usually have big SUVs that usually takes them to various areas or various destinations around this particular community, because as you guys are saying, the roads are not paved. And maybe as we go along we'll try and see some areas that are, but at this particular side or at this particular section it is definitely not. So again, I'll stand here, just try to give you guys an idea of the downsides or those sections right down there as we continue with the video, and hopefully pan the camera around as much as we can. So there is exactly where we came from, and this is exactly where we are, still at the Gloucester community as we continue with the video. So for some of you guys that may be inhabitants or may be residents of this particular community, maybe you guys will try and explain to me more about this community in the comment section, as I am definitely not or will not be able to tell you all about this particular area or this particular community. Because one thing I've noticed is, I think since we started, I have came across a couple of very, very old board houses, which I think we are definitely probably built in the 60s or the 70s, or maybe during periods earlier than these particular dates. But I could be wrong, as you guys would definitely see that a lot of changes has been done to this particular area or this particular community over the years as we continue. And As for the means of transportation that I was trying to tell you guys about, I think there are bikes that usually go to various areas or various sections within the Gloucester community, as you guys might have noticed in the video. As we continue to make progress, but again, I'll just try to stand here and then pan the camera around to this particular location, or the views at this particular side or this particular location, so you guys will see exactly how it is as we continue with the video. So still here, and of course we are making progress and trying to push the video as further and further as we can, just so as to let you guys know, or let you guys have an idea of some of the changes that have occurred at the Gloucester community. And ultimately, as we go along, if possible, we'll try to see if we'll be able to touch base at the Leicester community also. So again, potholes, just like I told you guys, as we continue. Whoa. So I think this particular community, as you guys are seeing it, these are pipes, I think, that leads to various households or various communities, and this is a bridge, and you can definitely see these pipes all around here. So I definitely know that this particular community is not unlike other communities. It's not in dire need of pipe-borne water, because these particular areas were once very, very large forests, and there's some of these forests are still located, and there are various streams that are located at various areas or sections around this particular area. And of course there is a dam that is located somewhere around that particular main Regent Highway. So that is just to let you guys know. I think in terms of pipe-borne water, I think this particular community, the Gloucester community, I think they are probably covered for that particular issue, as of course there is also electricity, as you guys will definitely tell that this whole community is electrified. But again, I'll stand here, good morning, I'll stand there and then just try to show you guys the view from this particular side as we continue with the exploration. And still here, so you guys will definitely see that. Standing here, we'll definitely see those very, very nice and beautiful mountains locking hands with each other, if I can say that, as we continue with the video. Still here. So there is Kaba Drive, which is also another area or section at the Gloucester community. So again, just to let you guys know, we are at Gloucester Road. So there is a very, very small, if I can say, metal shop. It's called God With Us Metal Workshop. So again, here is the famous Miller tank, and of course I think this particular one was placed right here for, I think, the inhabitants or the individuals at this particular Gloucester community that may not have access to water at their particular locations or ways, as can be seen with this little girl carrying the water. And of course that is just to show you guys that almost in every areas or in every part of the country, even in areas where there is some sort of water surplus, there is still the issue of water shortage prevalent in these communities. But again, we will continue to push the video as further as we can, as we are at this particular side or this particular area. So again, this is exactly where we are. We've came all the way from that particular side, and we are still at Gloucester Road as we continue to explore this particular area. And of course, those mountainous areas right there can still be seen at this particular side as we continue. And of course, this new construction, this very huge construction project right here as we continue with the video. And of course, this is Saba Drive. It goes all the way up there, and you'll definitely see some new projects standing from this particular main Gloucester Road as we continue with the video. So there's one thing that I've noticed. I think as the years go by, I think the Gloucester community will be a community that will be structured very properly and will be nicely planned and laid out, because you guys will definitely see at the start of the vlog that particular way was not paved, but coming to this particular side, you guys will definitely see that this is not tar, this is concrete, as you guys are seeing it all around, which I definitely know that this must have been done by some of the inhabitants that are located at this particular side. But again, I'll just stand here and trying to zoom in, so you guys will definitely see that we are still having the views from this particular side, still at the Gloucester community as we continue. But let me just take it from this particular side so you guys will have an idea of exactly how it is. And of course, there's vacant areas right down there and up to that particular point as we continue with the video. So again, coming back to my point, there is a lot to say and a lot to see at the Gloucester community, which on a scale from 1 to 10 on quietness, I'll definitely give it a 9, because except for this particular main Gloucester Road, most of these houses that are located at more inner parts or inner sections of this particular community, they are very quiet. Good morning, sir.
Yes,
When I make the road.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes, so what's the video there about?
Now, just for can explore this particular area, and for me could try for see the different changes the way they occur. So because like I see this road here, now only they make the road.
Yes.
Now they make the road.
The community.
And the community they make the road. Okay, sir. Thank you. But I don't know if you could get any few words for say to fumble them. Okay. You go start for introduce yourself first, and then try for say something.
Well, me the chairman, Winston Bayo.
Wait me, sir.
Me Winston Bayo.
Okay.
And the chairman for Gloucester Road.
Okay.
Kankoko Regions.
Okay.
This road it is so bad, starting from down Kaba Drive.
Okay.
Take up Shalom Junction.
Okay.
We say for total fit say the community for involved.
Okay.
You understand? And this road in bad one, no way not been there for let people in the passing because of the motorcar. They not been the getaway, and it be really hard. You understand?
Okay.
Because Poto been there now, yeah, up yonder, the place been so bad, bike people in the strain. But we can't out of it, say, we all come to one, you understand, eh?
Okay.
So we try for open and a group, we all come to one, but we get the main sponsor. Okay. When I know the main posse, when I know the backbone, okay. When Mohamed Abu Sisse, who they call Medabu. Okay. So in the main backbone for this. Yes, okay. In the main backbone for this Sophia. Okay. And in I get the praise more. Although other one they follow, then give, but in and they snap, and they with we, and they move with we, and they walk with we, and they talk to the youth man there. Follow all walk this place here. Okay. So right now, thank God. Now motorcar they can simple, and bike man they can simple for car up. Okay. But not so that they all will get for do. We they continue back for go right down Regent. Right down. Yeah. Okay. So we just do this first. You know, say finance issue. I know. So we need people already help we follow we able to complete this road, take go down Regent. Okay. So now the thing is we can go take it for the one day where they don't put their money, and we encourage them back, let them put their money more follow do this work. Okay. Then are the chairman, we stand by you, now Gloucester Road, Grand Coco Regent. Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, welcome. Because one do and take go. Okay, sir. See them outside, sir. People don't know what I see. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So, as you guys heard it from one of the young men in the community that I think have taken the task of doing the paving of this particular dilapidated road, if I can say, and they've done a pretty good job, as you guys are seeing, because of course you guys noticed it. You guys noticed it since we started the vlog, where exactly the road was paved, and they've really done a very good job. And that is also a culvert, as you guys are seeing it. So let me just try and show you guys, and this is, I think, some sort of a drainage system that goes all the way there, and there's also some sort of a bridge right there, as you guys are seeing it right there. So they have really done a pretty good job in trying to make this particular side of the Gloucester community accessible by bikes, and of course those that also have private vehicles. But as you heard it from him, there is always a struggle for finances in order to continue with the construction of this particular road. As you guys are seeing it, it is not tarred, this is concrete all through, but I think it only starts at this particular side and ends from that particular area where we started the walk up to this particular point. But we will continue as we try and explore as further and further the inner parts or the inner sections of the Gloucester community. So just to show you guys, this is exactly where they've stopped for now, as you guys are seeing it right there, and of course all the way to that particular point where we started. But again, standing at this particular side, I'll just try and pan the camera around. So this is a metal workshop that is located right there. So for those of you guys that may want some of your quality doors and all, but let me just try and pan or zoom in at those hilly sections right there of the Gloucester community, so you guys will know exactly how it is. And the majority of some of those houses, as you guys will definitely tell, are new construction project all the way down to this particular side. As we continue, and of course coming to this other side or this other section right there, so again taking you back, this is exactly where we are as we continue. So again, this is just to give you guys an overall look or an overview of how things are at the Gloucester community. And of course the unpaved roads continue all the way up to this point, and I definitely know that maybe as we go along
we'll try and meet some other sections that have been concreted by, of course, the efforts of the youths and, of course, some of the inhabitants of the community at certain locations. But besides that, this is all there is of this particular main Gloucester road as we continue to push the video as further and as far as we can. And this is also a bridge or a culvert that leads to this other part, the inhabitants of this other section right there, as you guys are seeing it as we continue. So of course the rocks here are huge. This one, that one. Yes sir. So we are here as we continue with the video and hopefully push this particular video as further as we can, as we are still at the Gloucester community. So this particular video, just like I initially told you guys, we'll have to divide it just like the other videos into parts, and this will be the very first part, and then maybe immediately after this part we'll try and do the other subsequent episodes of this particular area as we continue with the video. So again, we'll pause here just to give you guys the view from this particular side as we continue. So again, we are still at the Gloucester community. As you guys have seen the changes that are happening up to this particular point, because I definitely know that there is a lot to see, but since this is the very first video, I'll just try and do this one, and then maybe after some time we'll try and revert back to this location and then try to explore some of these other parts or these other sections that are located, because there are about 3 or 4 communities that we have not yet seen, and this is only the Gloucester side or the Gloucester section of this particular way, which ultimately touches or is or ran through, I think, 3 or 4 communities, but this is just the very first community, which is the Gloucester community. So again, I'll stand here as the views continue, and we'll try and pan the camera around right there as we continue. You guys will definitely feel the quietness and, of course, the new construction all around that is ongoing at this particular location as we continue. So we are definitely coming to the end of the first part of this particular video as we make progress and try to come to the end of this particular vlog. So this is the view from this other side or this other section of this particular location as we continue, and hopefully try to push the video as further and further as we can. So again, the Gloucester community is definitely, so again, the Gloucester community is a residential area, as you guys will definitely tell, and just like other more affluent areas around the country, most of the houses that are located here are gated, as you guys will or must have noticed. But this is exactly all we'll have time for as we try and end the vlog right here. But let me just try and pan the camera around, zoom into that particular side, so you guys will definitely see how it is, or the view from this particular side. So that is the video, and until I catch you guys again at the next one, peace.